Hi everyone, I'm Matt and welcome to another boat video. I've spent the last few months renovating this Orkney Strikeliner 16 Plus called Lady Wimborne. I've done a lot of work to the boat and made a lot of changes and improvements inside and out. Now that the boat is seaworthy again and has been tested on the water, I will show you around the boat. Starting at the stern of the boat, I now have two 12-litre Honda fuel tanks and one 5-litre jerry can. One 12-litre fuel tank will power the Honda 25 horsepower outboard on this boat for about 25 nautical miles. The Whale Gusher manual bilge pump is brand new and now has a through-hole fitting. I've kept the 4 fenders that came with the boat, but I've replaced the fender lines. I've bought 2 6-metre mooring lines for both of the stern corners. The seat cushions are brand new, and although they were designed for a Westport Pilot 4, they fit perfectly along the bench seat. I've installed a Thetford porta potty, as a toilet is a necessity if you're going out for more than a few hours. I keep my inflatable dinghy at the front of the boat to keep the weight forward. I also have a cool bag and a dry bag for food and drink and clothes and valuables. In the compartment behind the toilet, I've got 2 leisure and starter batteries. I've put them here so the weight is forward and they're away from the fuel tank. In the lockable storage compartment in the bow of the boat, I keep things that I'm not going to use very often, such as spare parts, spare oil, the boarding ladder and the cooking stove. I use the storage under the bench seat for things like the litter bin, a scrubbing brush and a sponge. The boat came with a very old anchor rope and a Danforth anchor which was too light. I replaced it with a 5 kilogram Bruce anchor, a 30-metre rope and a 6-metre chain. I also have an anchor buoy attached with an 8-metre rope to the front of the anchor. This is in case the anchor ever gets stuck. I've mounted a new compass on the bulkhead where I can see it clearly from the helm. One of the most important things that I've installed is this blind. It acts as a sunshade and also as a privacy blind for the toilet. It's held up in place with the boat hook. After buying the boat, I realised that it needed a complete rewire and that all the fuse boards, switches and light fittings needed changing. The new isolator switch that I've installed can switch on and off either battery 1, battery 2 or both batteries. All the wiring, the negative bus bar and the fuses are brand new. When I bought the boat, this blue toggle switch on the dashboard did not do anything. So after some research and after rewiring it, it now switches the backlights behind the 2 dials. The old VHF radio that came with the boat was probably 30 years old, so I've replaced it with an up-to-date Standard Horizon Explorer. This model is a GX1850. I replaced the old fish finder and transponder with this new Simrad Crew 7. It's a fish finder, charts plotter and depth sounder all in one. Below the steering wheel, I fitted a switch for the horn. The horn is new and is mounted in the bow storage compartment. There is a switch for the anchor light. The anchor light is a new LED light mounted on top of the cuddy. There is a 12-volt socket so I can power things like the inflatable dinghy pump. Above it is a dual USB port for charging phones. It also shows the battery voltage. I've fitted a new LED strip light which illuminates the cabin at night. I've installed new LED navigation lights and an all-round light on top of the steel frame on top of the cuddy. I've replaced the old Glomex aerial with a similar new one. It can be retracted if you want to go under a low bridge. I should mention that since the last videos, I finished sanding down and polishing all the holes in the gel coat that I'd repaired. Without all those ugly holes everywhere, the interior of the boat is looking much nicer. Well, thanks for watching, and in the next video I hope to do some cruising with you. See you soon.